All right, welcome to the final broadcast, the final round, actually, of the ACRL Formula 3 season. We're at beautiful Imola, which is located in Italy, against popular belief, not San Marino. Today I will not make fun of the Italian culture, Italian language, or Italy in general, because as we all know, Luca has some strong ties to the mafia, and I don't want to be found at the bottom of the canal in front of my apartment building tomorrow morning. So for that reason, I want to say Italy is great. It's the greatest country there's ever been, and always pay your protection money, or they'll make you an offer you can't refuse. So with that out of the way, I want to say that I am crazy enough to sit indoors with this beautiful weather. Boss is not, so Boss might join us later. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, but nothing against him if he doesn't, because the weather is too nice to sit indoors, to be honest. Alright, so, well, let's get started with some stuff. Of course, re-qualifying to start off with. As we can see, Tom topping the timing sheets with a 1 minute 35 seconds and 6/10 up. A very nice effort by Tom. Tom is the greatest driver we've ever seen, and I want to offer my or issue my public apology by putting shame to his name in the last broadcast. So as we can see, Tom in P1, oversteer on P2, wrecked by Tom, to be honest, especially if you look at the lap count. Bina Major on third, me on fourth. Of course, I took it a bit easy, but yeah, no way I could have matched Tom there, which is just an untouchable lap time by him. Then we have Petrol in fifth, sixth Timmy, and someone called definitely not Tom on seventh. So that's an interesting name right there. Sylvain on eighth, Adam Van, I think that's how you pronounce it, ninth, and Jan Lalonen, P10. Anyone prefer down P10? To be honest, we all know we don't really care. So let's get to some more interesting stuff. There we go. The current standings in the championship. I think there's some error because Tom is not on first in the championship, so definitely something up there. Not sure what is going on. Yeah, weird one there. Of course, Tom will today take the championship easily. No challenge. He's basically giving oversteer a bit of false hope. It looks like. Other than that, looks close for third on the championship actually. Actually, very close between Timmy ASD and Petrol. So it will be very interesting to see who gets ahead today. Let's check PQ. PQ, Petrol was like 10th ahead of Timmy, so his chances are looking good at the moment. But of course, anything can happen in the race. Next up, we have the constructor or the team championship. We see Team Supernova steamrolling it. So yeah, gotta say, my boys Oscar and Jelly, they didn't step up this season. It's a shame, and they're putting shame to the GMT name. I'm surprised Dennis lets them carry the name even with these results they've been showing. So yeah, congrats to Timmy, Pete, Rob, and Sylvain though for actually delivering, which is important. Um, Another little award that I want to give away, and this is a fun one. Of course, Rune ahead of the season, he was like, "Oh, yeah, Formula 3. Well, we'll give it for the plebs, but the real guys they race V8 Supercar, and that's their real series." Well, it turns out the ACRL public has spoken. Friendship with V8 Supercars has ended, man. Formula 3, best friend. On the final round today, we have double the attendance or over double the attendance, almost triple the attendance of the V8 Supercar race past week. So keep it up, boys. We're showing what's the real series this spring, and it's obvious. It's the Formula 3. That's the real championship, and I don't know, people playing in the playground with those Fiat supercars. Yeah, potato championship confirmed. So with that out of the way, let's get into the game. Sim, I should say sim. We're not playing games right here. And with that, I want to give one final award, and that is we see Philippe Simard. He actually checked in the final second of the check-in period that you had. So I want to give the Simard Surprise Appearance of the Day award to Simard. Yeah, nice to see him. Let's see. Of course, it will add some to the action, and that's something we'll need today. As I'm alone, and being alone is quite boring. So I hope we can get some nice action. So let's get back into the server. One other thing I want to make mention of is you can see the air temperature is quite high for this race. And actually it was, I think, announced to be even higher. So yeah, expect some toasty temperatures for qualifying and the race sessions. But that will be interesting to see if how the drivers deal with it. As yeah, historically the Formula 3 tires have already been running quite hot, even at like something like 20 degrees. And we all know how sensitive the tires are in the of course, huh? So I'll be looking out for that one and see if anyone messes up because of their overheated tires. But definitely it won't be Tom, as we see Tom is dominantly on P1 and basically the best driver on this whole grid. I'm not even sure why he bothers playing on this league, as he is clearly the superior driver. Ooh, there was some bad pop-in on those trees, gotta say so myself. So currently we're into overtime, and qualifying will commence soon. I've already selected the best track camera to make sure we all get to see all the action today. So this is the one we'll be dealing with. Hopefully it will give some nice angles, and it should be alright to see what's going on. See him getting tagged, overstepping. Oversteer's ping is looking spicy, people have said. 450 ping, well, it's nothing to joke about, of course. Let's see. Yeah, a little 425 ping, guys. Not a big deal. Let's merge North America or South America and Europe. That is all fine, man. 420 ping, dude. Not a big deal, man. When he's braking, you're already out of the corner, but it's okay, man. We don't care about this. It's all right. It's okay. You can deal with it. As we see Dirk on a respectable 138 ping, Super Yam on 130 as well, Samuel on 270. So Samuel definitely looks like he comes from a better connected part of Brazil than my boy Oversteer coming straight from the favelas. So yeah, this will be an interesting one, turn one, to be honest. Simar also Canadian, 90 ping, so yeah, that's a better connection, gotta say so myself. Yeah, before we go into qualifying, I'll just yeah, make you listen to about the beautiful ACRL team once more, so I can grab myself a beer. So I need some beers up in here to pass the time a bit faster whilst I'm alone, and maybe get broadcast a bit more interesting. Alright, we are back once again. Very nice. We had a nice comment from Jan Lanen. Oversteer ping is higher than my points tally this season. Very real, very real. I like it. So very humble. Oh, as we see some racing down pit road. Looks like Simar getting out ahead, with Tom trailing close behind. I'll turn off the driver names to not annoy you guys too much. So yeah, Simar out ahead, out of pit road. We'll get Tom following right in his footsteps. We get a I think Sylvain Villiers right on Tom still, actually leaving a little bit of a gap to Sylvain being smart about this one. So it will be interesting to see yeah, how these guys do. So let me get the right camera angle for y'all. This one should be good. I'll also set up this one. Yeah, that's also sorted. So we're all ready for qualifying. And I think no one better to go on board with for first lap than not Simar, Tom of course, because he's the superior driver here on this field. And yeah, we can get a little bit of a feel for the track today and which lines to take. So yeah, let's have a look. Of course, here's the chicane. I've not bothered to look up a track map. I'll do that right now. I know most corner names, but not all. As we see Tom wisely leaving a little bit of a gap to Simar. So he'll be projected to be about 1 second for faster this lap. So of course he needs his gap, otherwise he'll run into the back of Simar, which would ruin his lap time. Of course, you don't want to have to happen. So on board with Tom, keeping left, sweeping out all the way to the right before breaking down into turn 1, which is beautiful Traguardo and Tamburello. Now moving down into Villeneuve, taking a very nice line, smooth and no corrections required. Into Tosa, I'll just refer to this as the hairpin from now on. Going up the hill, utilizing all that power, currently being purple in sector 1, so faster than Simar, as expected of course, as Tom is the best driver on this grid. Into Piratella, hugging a nice apex, getting a bit loose, but yeah, maybe Tom knows what's the fastest line. Into Acqua Minerale, this is the most famous corner of Imola. It dares you to brake ever so late, but it's so important to actually hit that apex, second apex and get on power early, as it's a real time sink if you don't. Here into Variante Alta, which is known as the chicane. Of course, making sure to keep within white lines, and it's important to carry high minimum speed, but also important to guarantee a good exit and not get run onto that AstroTurf of an exit. So here we have Ravazza, or the Ravazzas, something like that. Two left-handers onto the main straight. It's most important to set up for a good exit onto the main straight. It's a really long one, and it can cost you a lot of time if you don't. So we see Simar coming in with the 137 flat, and Tom smashing him, as I've said, with a 136-1. So Tom proving to be the best driver on the grid once again. Let's go on board with Oversteer, who has 400 ping. Let's see if he's floating between turn 5, 6 and 7, or if he actually keeps on the ground with that ping. As somehow Petro has fluked his way past over Tom into P1. I don't know, there must have been a track cut there or something, so we'll see about this later. As you can see, also Oversteer trying to brake very late and very deep into Aqua Minerale, while still making a good apex and getting on power early, utilizing the maximum check width while keeping to our white lines rule. I'd say that's a bit of a suboptimal Variante Alta chicane there. Wanna cut a little bit more, although it's very hard to tell with this ping, of course. As yeah, you might as well be on another racetrack at the moment with all the warping that's going on at that ping. And I see him go out of white lines there a little bit. Wonder if that triggered a warning for him, as that would be problematic. I hear him short shifting a little bit, so I assume he's backed off. He has not actually, but it will be very interesting if this was actually a cut he got there on the Rivazza, as he was a little bit out of white lines. Of course, getting a cut would put him down way down the order with a big time penalty, as it would be deemed an illegal qualifying lap time. Oh, we've Tom reset the pit lane. Is that correct? Something happened to Tom. If the P is red, that indicates it's a hard reset to pit road, which is weird, which is odd. So we see Oversteer currently 1/10 up in his personal best. Jelly motherfucking Waters making it to P9 with his current lap time, and Oversteer also getting loose on Piortella. So that's just like Tom did there. It's very easy to. It's quite hard to place the car on the inside of Piortella at the apex, but you don't want to be off because you'll be losing lap time, but you don't really want to clip that curve too much because it will just unsettle the car. Oversteer this time taking, I think, a better line through Variante Alta chicane, but being a bit down in sector 2 there. Definitely with that moment of Oversteer and in Piortella. Now into Rivazza. Let's see if he keeps within white lines a bit better now. Oh, again, quite the same line, so it's really cutting it on the edge, so that must be legal, I guess. Maybe with the rear is a bit wider than the front, and we see Oversteer coming into pit road, probably getting a fresh set of rubber and going for another final attempt, as he should be able to squeeze that in with this time allotment, and being a bit cheeky with the reset, saving him about 30 seconds or so, at least 20, I'd say. Let's go on board with Petrol. Was on a white on an improvement on the first sector, so maybe this was his out lap. Oh, actually it's in lap. Oh, as we saw, Kimo Lepland just reset the pit road, so that's interesting. Oh, Tom. This is not right. I think this is a bug, a glitch in the matrix. As we see Tom, maybe using a special technique to warm his tires that us mortals don't know about. Maybe, yeah. I'm maybe a bit out of the loop on that one, you know. Yeah, technology goes fast, evolves fast, and it was his outlap, so probably just a technique to get the maximum temperature in those rears to guarantee good traction next time around in Variante also. Interestingly, Tom not keeping all the way to the right into turn 1. I've always found that easier, as it yeah, lines you up better for that turn 1, especially yeah, making sure you can get a good run through the rest of it and get a good exit out of Tamburello. Tom getting a nice and smooth line, and that's an invalid lap unfortunately there, going too wide out of Villeneuve. But he has another attempt, or at least he's allowed to, because of the time. As we see Adam Vaughan, I think that's how you pronounce it, if not, please correct me. But as far as I know, that's how you pronounce it. So with a very nice lap timer from him so far. He's new to the ACRL league, as far as I know, and I've seen some clips of him and messages of him in the Discord about him practicing for it and always looking to improve. So it's very nice to see him actually up there so early in his ACRL career. So Oversteer currently on not an improvement on his first sector. Jan Alanen just out of turn 1, 2, 3. Let's see if he gets a good run through Villeneuve. Of course, being quite close to his teammate ahead. It's very personal to the driver, I'd say, whether you find it distracting or not. But looks like he gets quite a perfect run through Villeneuve. At least getting a personal improvement, being a little bit up from Oversteer there. So you see a lot of cars running into the gravel and bottling it. I saw some Supernova car in the grass, and now Jan Alanen and his teammate pulling over. Of course, it's quite a respectful thing to do if you know if you know it's not your lap, if you know you're not on an improvement, just pulling over and giving the others a fair shot at it. And another car off, so not sure, couldn't spot the brand through all that dust from the kitty litter that they kicked up. But Jan with a nice lap so far, taking the maximum cut he could with it, while still keeping it legal through Variante Alta, so that's a very solid job by him. However, being half a second up from Oversteer will actually put really a beast of a lap in there. Jan going very wide in Rivazza, making sure he gets maximum run out of the final corner. Of course, it's really easy to actually run wide there and invalidate your lap, but Jan knows the limits very well, and let's see what he can do on the run to the finish line. And in the end, it's not an improvement for him, very close to being so. I think maybe Variante Alta, his cut was really good, but in the end it wasn't his best run out of it, which is also very important. As we see Tom with a small improvement, so Tom killing the engine there, of course being unhappy with the engine, as it may have been a little bit of an Italian engine, dropping some cylinders and costing him the lap time there, because of course, yeah, if the material was all equal, then it wouldn't be would be Tom ahead by at least a couple tenths. So it's yeah, it's always a bit tough when you get the Leclerc treatment and have some cylinders drop on you. Not much you can do. Yeah, give the engine a little kick and tell it it shouldn't be happening. So let's go through the order and let's see how people did. So we got Oversteer on pole position with 7 tenths clear of P2. Jan Alanen with a nice job getting P2. With Adam Vaughan right on his tail. Nice. I gotta say congrats to Adam for this is maybe the first or second time I've seen him in ACRL Formula 3 or in ACRL in general, and already being up in third position ahead of yeah, long time contenders like Pete Roll and Timmy ASD is a really nice achievement. So hats off to him for that one. Yeah, really nice one. Me ahead of Bas, that's also indeed. So as you can see, I qualified ahead of Bas, which is amazing. We got Simar doing a last to first challenge, it looks like, so be interesting to keep an eye on him. Others might say his lap was just too shit to get past the other guys. So that's a bit up in the air. Of course, if you do a shit qualifying, then you just say, well, doing a last first challenge, hey, that might save your face a little bit. Let's go down the order a little bit more. Petrol, P4, Chemo Lepon, and P5. So far, that's a really nice, really nice effort by the Coupe drivers, getting in P2 and P5 so far with the qualifying. Of course, everything depends basically on this qualifying race that we're about to have of 20 minutes total. That will decide the starting order of the feature race, which is around, I think, 30 or 35 minutes, and yeah, gives a lot more points. So that's what we're all after all. We got Samuel Rivera in P7. I have to say, very solid effort by Samuel. I read on Discord that it was only a late decision for him to partake in the race today. So with little practice, putting it up in P7, I have to say hats off to Sam. Solid performance by him so far. Let's see if he can convert it into a good race, as consistency is also an important part, of course. We got Supreme on P8. Also nice job by Supreme. Out qualifying his teammate Dirk. So that's yeah, looking strong from Supreme. Sylvain P9, Rob Lewis P10. So we got all the Supernova guys within the top 10, which is a nice effort. And then we have a JMT driver on P11. So yeah, small yikes. I gotta say JMT hopefully steps up again when we get the next season and shows Supernova who's boss. But I suppose for that we will have to have a return of Luca, me, and Dennis, so we can, yeah, we get the real talent back on track, and we can show Petrol and Timmy SD who's boss. Yeah, that's what it all comes down to. We got Tom on P12, so yeah, Tom, of course, yeah, with the engine issues, it's a shame. Nothing he can do. He can only get his head down and let his driver talent speak for himself. He might be 20 kph down on the straight because of his engine trouble, but I'm sure it won't stop him because he's basically the best driver on the grid. We got Matteo Pisani out qualifying Adder. Of course, Adder, maybe with the wrong car choice, should have gone for the F312 instead of the F317 there. Yeah, a rookie mistake by Adder, to be honest. But Jonas in P15, Dirk P16, Jelly motherfucking Waters in P17, Mehmet Garbage with a beautiful brown car in P18, Petra in P19, Mario in P20, Sam in P21, Rasmus in P23, P22, and Simar in P23. Okay, that was a real long list. Let's go to... Okay, let me pick the right camera to be sure. Yeah, okay, lights on. I will not forget to reset this time. I hope I've selected the right source. I have. So that you see all this action that's about to unfold, and all lights are on, and all lights are out. I've reset it to pit road. Oversteer with a good start, Jan Lanen with a little bit of wheel spin. Let's see if anyone can capitalize on that one. So let's focus on Jan Lanen. As we see, Simar taking a very easy start behind. We got Jan Lanen look toward the outside, oversteer defending on the inside. We got Timmy ASD holding on to third there. Oh no, a big moment for, I think, Jan Lanen, dropping him down to P6, so that's not the start he was looking for. We see some 2-3 wide going on into Villeneuve. Let's see how this unfolds. I think Tom is going very aggressive, of course, showing his driver talent that held him back so much on the opening lap. Oh, I think Tom. Oh no, I think the mechanic sabotaged his car there. This is really unfortunate to see. Not much you can do about that one. Yeah, you can't show driver talent when the mechanics sabotage your car. So this is a very unfortunate situation for our one and only Tom right there. We see Simar already moving up 4 spots so far now on tail of Jelly Waters. Let's see if Jelly Waters bulges for Simar's pressure there. As we see, ooh, Jelly going wide. Oh, that's a big one. That's a real big one. Mario Hauer and Jelly Waters getting caught up in something together there. Simar making nice use of it. We see Supreme backing off a little bit and letting Simar go right there. We still have Tom ahead of Simar, which is an amazing effort, of course. When you know, yeah, this dude has had his car sabotaged by his mechanics. We see a fortunate disconnect by Adam Vaughn. I'm not sure what's going on there. I must say, he escaped my attention there at the start, so maybe something going on. As I don't remember seeing him actually at the start. So maybe he forgot to grid or had some issues getting his car to the grid. Of course, that's all in the possibility. We see some supernova on supernova action. We see Dirk actually having a big look on. Ooh, that was it looked very sketchy there. So Dirk weaving behind Oscar, making sure he shows him his nose in the mirror, and now actually forced overlap around the outside of Villeneuve. Oscar defending very professionally, and yeah, it's down to Dirk to see if he can make anything happen at a later point. So Tom setting himself up for a good exit on Jonas here, but Jonas, yeah, of course, having the benefit of the slipstream on Adder. Let's see if Jonas can actually pull off a move on Adder here, having the insight into Piratella, I think is the name, but backing out. Let's say you could have sent it there. We see Simar following on Tom, and Tom still being close to Jonas. As we have Janne under pressure from Timmy, or I should say the other way around. As oh, this is very unfortunate. Timmy getting loose on exit, lighting up the rears, and in the same moment taking out Janne Lanen, who was on a recovery drive from his unfortunate first couple corners. So Janne, of course, dropped behind Timmy and put Timmy under pressure. And Timmy was very nice. Ooh, that's Tom again in the grass. Timmy or Janne Lanen was very unfortunate in the first couple corners, and then putting Timmy under pressure, trying to work back up the field. Yeah, but not having much luck. We have Samuel Ravida currently up a couple positions. Very nice of him. Now defending the inside quite proficiently, but leaving the space and getting tagged a little bit by Timmy there. So that's interesting developments as well. Now we see Sylvain Villiers trying to make the best of the situation by overtaking Timmy, and let's see if Timmy plays along with it. Yes, it's his teammate, so he lets Sylvain go ahead. Let's see if Rob Lewis can compound the issue for Samuel Rovida here. As we got a lot of action going on in the early stages of this race, which is always nice to see, but unfortunately a little bit of heartbreak as well with Janne Lanen and Adam Vaughan dropping down the order. So that's of course a bit unfortunate to see. We have Simar putting some pressure on Adder. We've got Dirk closely following Oscar Pink, who himself is up the gearbox of Rob Lewis, who is at the moment also looking at a position improvement over Sam. Dirk really cautious of not taking too much of that exit curb there. Of course, with the high curb chicanes of Variant Alta, you really want to cut the first one, but not take too much of the second one. It really delays your power down, can expose you. Simar going for a little bit of a dive, ooh, backing out of it, but yeah, I don't think he was far enough alongside, so he was wise to back out of it and let Adder take the corner. But Adder having good self-preservation sense and making sure both survive there. So let's see if Dirk can do anything in the slipstream. We saw some quite big discrepancies in pre-qualifying of top speed down to wing settings. We see Dirk trying to go around the outside of Oscar here. Too wide racing. Dirk backing out of the second turn and now into Tamburello. Oscar is clear completely of our boy Dirk. So a little bit of a reversal between the teammates of Supreme and Dirk so far, with Supreme starting quite far up the order compared to Dirk, but dropping back a little bit. So yeah, that's of course a bit of a characteristic so far of this Formula 3 season, with grids getting mixed up big time in the early stages. So it'll be interesting to see if Simar sets up a move on Adder, as Simar should have a little bit of pace over Adder. Bit of a pace advantage, now getting a better run out of Aqua Minerali. Let's see if he can do anything into Variant Alta. Around the outside, Adder backing out, and that's moved on. Simar improving another position now into the top 10. And we're seeing Supreme trying to compound that issue for Adder instantly. Now getting the preferred run into Rivazza, and with the double left-hander coming up, that should be deal done before Supreme, but Supreme not squeezing Adder enough in my opinion. He should have been more over to the right. This made his entry to the first Rivazza very shallow, compromising his line a lot and having to back out. But in the end, Adder was too much of a nice guy left a lot of space and in the end ran himself a bit off track, giving the position to Supreme. Supreme keeping all the way to the right. Let's see if Koberstein can overtake Supreme as a result, and Supreme leaving it to Koberstein, so that's a free position for Koberstein. As you see, Dirk, Simar and Oscar in a little bit of a train. And Simar on the inside, taking the inside into Villeneuve and improving yet another position. Let's see if Oscar belches for Simar as well, or if Oscar takes the fight to him. As we see Petter, Sam and a little bit of a train forming behind Pisani, so it's also nice to see, of course, yeah, in the other end of the pack a little bit of action. And racing down here can be just as good. As we see Simar, let's see if he can set up another move into Variant Salty Chicane. It'll be interesting to see, as that was his at the place he made it work on Adder, this time being a bit too far back. You can see a big difference in the line between Simar and Oscar there. Simar getting a little bit of slipstream into Rivazza, but shouldn't be close enough, with Oscar being known as quite a late breaker himself. But Simar closing up a lot when we saw Oscar braking maybe a little bit too late and not carrying the apex speed there. So let's see how strong this slipstream is and if he can work anything into turn 1. As we see a double slipstream train going on, with Lewis also hunting down Samuel, and Philippe Simar making the move stick around outside of Oscar. Oscar who brought Simar all the way to that line on the outside, but Simar not backing out at all, not afraid, and Oscar also leaving the space he's required to do, but not an inch more. Yet Simar makes it work. So it's also good to see Adam Vaughan has rejoined the server. He's of course a bit behind, but anything can happen in the second race even, so yeah, what I assume is a bit of a mishap or some technical difficulties on the start of race 1. Hopefully it doesn't affect him too much into race 2, and with the pace he showed in qualifying, he should be up for a good one, I hope. Let's go on board with Jelly Waters, who's quite close to Adder at the minute. So Jelly Waters having shown quite some decent raw pace on previous rounds, especially in Okayama, being quite fast, but so far being unable to convert that. Being unable to convert that into a good race result. So it's all up to Jelly to improve on that part. Let's keep an eye on him to see if he can get a good finish this time, and try to work on that race result consistency. That's so important. As we got a little bit of a viewer question from certain Luna. Simar did qualify, but he qualified with a slow time, like a 1:37. So that put him in last. So either he went for it and bottled it, or he completely just didn't care for it and wanted to do last to first. As we see Pisani making a nice move on Rasmus. Let's watch Jelly. Jelly getting maybe a good exit on Adder here. Jelly missing the apex a little bit on that Piartella corner, now going into the gravel. Being too eager on the power on the AstroTurf, costing him major time. Now dropping down to P16 with Manus Garbage zipping past and making use of it. Oh, Mario losing the car behind, maybe taking avoiding action for that region of Jelly Waters. Inconclusive there, as we were on board with Jelly and not with the car behind, so tough to call there. But we definitely saw Mario going into the gravel trap right there, luckily being able to recover his car and not getting beached on the kitty litter. So let's go on board with Rob Lewis, who's still trying to chase down Samuel, but Samuel was showing good pace, I have to say, with a little practice, and making his way into split 1, and not only into split 1 but also into almost top 5. Oh, we got a little bit of a fewer interaction there. Something I missed a little bit of action, which was Oversteer losing a lot of time in in the last lap. So we got to that, and let's see if we can find anything to that for that. Oh, Simar, we see Simar going for a move into Toru, or whatever that name of corner is called. Stosa actually. So Simar making it work, and yeah, Blue is wisely yeah, maybe backing out of it. But with Lewis, yeah, so far being unable to pass Samuel, let's see if Simar will be able to do this, pull this off. Samuel is one to never give up and always battle for his positions. Okay, so let's analyze the lap time a little bit of the front runners. So we see Oversteer indeed putting in a last lap time of 1 minute 41. With Petrol doing only doing a 1 minute 36.1, so Petrol putting in his fast lap time, and Oversteer actually bottling the last lap with doing a 1:41, so losing a solid yeah, 5-6 seconds. Thank you Zane Island for that input. I completely missed that with all the action we've got going on right here. Another viewer question: what's the name of your gold yellow friend that's helping you commentate? I've got a little La Chouf with me. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, that's it. If it gets real boring, I'll pull up the whiskey. I already put some ice cubes in the fridge, so yeah, I know you know those. So yeah, beer review, La Chouf, 5 out of 5 stars on Yelp. I like them. They're like the big bottle in the on sale, like the 1 liter bottle. So 2 thumbs up for me for that one. Yep. So Jan Lanen currently on a recovery race, trying to make something work on Eder. Let's see if Jan Lanen goes for the inside on Piratella. Actually going, yeah, dummying for it, but backing out, but Eder in the end leaving the space. So now Jan Lanen knows Eder does actually yeah, take some self-preservation into consideration. And yeah, might leave some space open even if he's not legally completely required to. So interesting to see, and of course good information for Janne to know, as it might help him pull off an overtake in, well, for example, Rivatsa or turn 1. But currently being too far back for an overtake into Rivatsa, with Jonas working on Supreme and maybe making it work. Going a bit deep into first Rivatsa and now going side by side with Supreme, with having the really preferred line. Both drivers going wide on the final corner, collecting yeah, a cut and probably hurting their spreadsheet results, both. But Jonas going for the inside, Supreme holding all the way to the right, a bit, yeah, a bit too much maybe. That's a lot of extra meters you cover by doing that, and yeah, losing out a lot of ground to Jonas, and never gonna give you up, or never gonna, yeah, never gonna make that position if you make that many extra meters. So, oh, I just got a message from Bas. So Bas will be joining us within 5 minutes. So ooh, we got Jonas going wide on. As I was just looking at my other screen, we got Jonas going wide on Villeneuve and conceding the position to Supreme again. Supreme now driving off and laughing all the way to the bank with that one. So we still have Jan Lanen working on Eder. So Jan Lanen with an insane pace in qualifying, still trying to work on midfield drivers at the moment. So ooh, we're going a little bit wide on Piratella there. So not a recovery drive Jan has hoped for, I think, so far. As also at the minute, Simar has made his way past Samuel. So yeah, he made it work, and he made it work quickly. Simar still, yeah, moving up. So probably looking at a nice finish this race, and it'll be very interesting to see if he can stay clean on the next race. As starting from the back, you have all the control in the world basically, and starting in the mid pack in the 6th, 5th, 4th can be quite dangerous, and yeah, can easily get you caught up in something. So it will be interesting to see if he can make sure he can avoid troubles. Ooh, finally we got Jan Allen getting overlap with Eder, but yeah, overlap being around on the outside of turn 1, not being the preferred line, but now having a good run into Villeneuve, getting the inside. It's interesting to see if Eder can hold the outside, but he can't. It would be interesting to see, as it certainly helps on the second part, as the second part is a right-hander. But Jan Allen getting the move done, now taking a late apex on the hairpin and guaranteeing a good run out of it, making sure he gains some time on Eder there and running away from him. Now hunting down Jonas, who is 1.4 seconds up the road. As we see Dirk going a little bit wide, still squabbling with Oscar Pink. So unfortunate retirement so far by Sam, GMT driver of course. But that's another spot gained by Adam, who next race can start one position up. Yeah, we got a viewer question: why is Tom in 21st? Well, his mechanic sabotaged his car. They put positive 3 degrees tow on his right hand side and 2 degrees tow, negative 2 degrees tow on his left hand side. As we saw on the run, turn 1, on the run on the first lap. Out of Villeneuve, yeah, his car just steering off the road. Nothing he could do about it. It's a miracle he's still driving, but of course, yeah, he's an amazing driver. So he's he's keeping control of it and he's managing it better than anyone else could. Would have certainly retired by now. So as we see Jonas trying to make it work, something work on Supreme. Jonas collecting another cut. He doesn't give a damn about spreadsheet results. This man, he wants it. He wants a position on track with cuts or without cuts. He doesn't care. But running in a little bit wide into the grass and gravel in the process, costing him lap time ultimately and losing a little bit of ground to Supreme, who's now still proudly owner of that P11 spot, which is yeah, well contested. So Simar is now close up onto Timmy ASD's tail, looking right up his gearbox, getting a nice shot of that finish ass and chasing that finish tail down. Ooh, Simar missing the apex a little bit on the first Rivazza, definitely feeling that tire wear right there. I haven't really checked the temperature for this race, but I'm sure it's quite toasty. Simar looking to the outside on turn 1, braking much later than Timmy, and ooh, turning in a little bit, getting a little bit of contact there. Let's see if Simar doesn't beach it, which is very easy to do in this car. Yeah, that's a very tough one. Of course, losing some positions in the process now. Yeah, that's always a tough one in sim racing, especially with single screens. Simar braking late, turning in then. Yeah. Yeah, tough to say there. Of course, Timmy braking also as late as he can, maybe going, yeah, not responding to Simar's squeeze, as you can't see that when you're on a single screen. Yeah, ultimately resulting in contact, yeah, which is a bit unfortunate, of course. But, yeah, Timmy, yeah, losing out the most in that altercation with. Simar recovering 8th place, but Timmy dropping all the way down into 16th place. So as a certain Joey has already said in the chat, pitchforks out, lads. Of course, maybe it would be interesting to see Timmy's stream and be able to see that reaction. I'll ask Rune if he can get me a reaction. Okay, so we got Joey working on it. SVC Oversteer coming across the line in P1. Oversteer said he was struggling throughout the week, but his drive proving supreme. Of course, Tom would have had P1 without his mishap with his mechanics that went rogue on him. Petrol P2, so Petrol making nice progress on securing that second place in the championship. Yeah, getting a lot of points on Timmy, and of course getting a nice starting position for the next one. You see Oscar pulling off some kamikaze maneuver. Kimo getting nice P3, so great drive by Kimo, keeping his head cool and converting that P5 start, if I recall correctly, into a solid P3 finish. Nice drive by Kimo, nice drive by Sylvain. He's showed pace in pre-qualifying all week, and now putting in converting it into a nice result. P4 by Sylvain. Special shout out to Samuel. Samuel has had a tough couple days in sim racing, but he has managed to convert his little bit of practice for Formula 3 into Split 1, into a good qualifying, and now a top 5 result on race 1. So he's set up for success for race 2, and let's hope he can keep it clean and yeah, have a bit of luck with keeping it clean on the second race. As I hear, Bas has joined me.
Hello.
Hello, Bas.
Right.
There was
Hi.
big drama. There was a collision between the one and only Canadian alien and our one and only lovely Tim May. We have a clip supplied by our lovely Joey to see what happened and to get some reaction of live reaction of Timmy, who dropped down over greatly. So we showed the onboard of Simar as it happened. But we didn't have, of course, the onboard of Timmy. But yeah, we'll get a little look at that one. Yeah, so let's get going with that one.
All right.
Let me pull that up, and then we'll we'll see what's up with that part. Alright, let me pull it up. Here's the display capture, and there we have beautiful Timmy. We have Timmy being very happy about being alongside with Simar on screen.
Hey, Sata.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh. Timmy getting stuck?
Timmy getting the worst of it here. But doing a good job keeping his car running. That's the most important part here. And taking a safe rejoin, which is also important. So hats off to Timmy for being safe with the rejoin. Let's analyze it a little bit. Slow it down. Speed 0.25. Let's analyze it. Simar going around the outside. Simar braking much deeper than Timmy, but Simar also turning in earlier than Timmy. Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah. Simar turning in where Timmy is. At the same time, you could argue Timmy turning in a bit late. And Simar at this point already quite far ahead. You know what I'm gonna put it down to? I'm gonna put it down to open wheel racing sucks. Because that's the wheel interlocking that you always see.
Well,
what's your take on it, Bas?
Sucks, Rune is always right.
What's your take on it, Bas?
My take is I need proper perspective. Where are my 15 camera points?
Yeah, that's
yeah, it's probably racing accident. Although, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it's a tough one.
Slightly more blame to Phil looking at it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, when you're on the outside, it's like he's turning in, but it's so much of it is based on what you expect the inside car to do. You can't really in that quick time frame. It's really tough to force someone, squeeze them with such a sudden turn in.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I don't think Phil could have totally expected Timmy to turn in early, and also risk going over those black curbs. He would have ended up in the side of Phil anyway if he went and do that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the outside is really tough. The outside
it's hard
really
to tell because I haven't really driven this track in this car, and then I don't know when exactly the turning point is. So hard to judge.
Oh, we got some salt in the chat, guys. Timmy, okay, we got Phil Simar, Timmy. I'm on the inside, but I don't turn ASD. Yeah, Uh, that's interesting. That's some interesting salt right there. Not gonna lie.
Phil's saying it's clearly going too wide, slow the fuck down. Well, I mean, Phil had all the speed.
Yeah, Phil was the one carrying the speed. Phil was
Yeah.
quite far ahead, but yeah, in that moment you can't back out of it at that moment, you know.
Yeah.
Timmy is
Well,
kind
yeah,
of there.
but they both were committed at that point. So
Yeah, both were committed. Yeah, I think yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to put. Um,
I don't know, too wide in that corner. I don't know, man. I mean, it's possible, I guess. On the
yeah,
first
with
lap, you have
I
to
think with
sometimes.
how
But even
far
then,
Phil was ahead, it was,
Hmm.
and the line he forced on Timmy, if it had worked,
Yeah.
it was Phil's position. But I would,
Yeah.
you know what I'm gonna put it down to? This is Verstappen driving by Phil.
Yeah, I
Pure
think so.
driving,
Just
yeah.
forcing. Yeah.
Because it's forcing, but it's legal kind of. But it's like fuck
Yeah,
the other
right.
driver. Yeah. So we got
It's so wicked smart.
yeah, we got some
Going on.
Canadian Verstappen in the server today.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's the conclusion of it. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I want to see the onboard from Phil.
you can
I
if you
mean-
go down. I got it on stream. I got it on stream. The onboard of Phil.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see. Oh, right. That's early in the race then.
No, it's last lap. It's start of the last lap. Yeah.
Oh, Phil starting last. What?
Yeah, Phil did Phil bolted qualify. No, I don't know. He started last. I think yeah.
Oh yeah, hit a driving.
So I think I could try to do also a little replay, so you can also see it on stream again.
Yeah, it's at -12 for me now. Oh, that's the next lap probably.
So yeah.
Following another Canadian.
He forced.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Excuse me for the little bit of a black screen, by the way, but the thumbnail was deemed too offensive by some people, so turn it off for the minute.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Timmy is moving a bit to the right, actually.
Okay, let's slow it down on stream. I'll pull it up on stream right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's not like
I don't see how Phil could have judged that Timmy was maybe still there, or yeah, I mean maybe you should have expected it. I don't know. Yeah, I can't make much of it.
yeah.
But to be fair, if it was an open wheel, if it was just GT cars, it was and the same probably. But
yeah, most of it. Yeah, maybe it depends a bit.
Although Phil would have ended somewhere on the right, and then Timmy would have gone. I don't know.
I think Timmy wouldn't have died in that scenario.
Right.
I think Phil would have turned himself if that happened. Okay, so we got Phil turning in at the moment at this minute. Let's see if I put up the right overlay. Okay, good to see. So we got Phil turning in. Yeah, I don't know, man. Phil is on a trajectory. I mean, yeah, it's really tough. His line into turn one is accommodating for another guy. You could deem it as a bit shallow considering how, Timmy is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna put it down to Verstappen driving. It's like you can't. Yeah, it's not from the Timmy perspective. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Both have some blame, I guess. But
yeah, it's on the edge driving, and sometimes it just goes wrong. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's like it's really
It's
close.
on the edge for sure.
It's really close battling, and
yeah.
also check the finish between Super and Super and get me some autograph cards. Jonas, I could open a replay file, but I am afraid I might be too late for the second race, so I will not do that at the moment. Sorry. Yeah, this was a tough one, man. It's definitely like open wheel interlocking right there because Phil's left rear got hooked by Timmy's right front. Now, whether you say Timmy should have turned in earlier, or you should say Phil should have turned in a little bit less, it's a tough one, you know. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
When you're around the outside, it's it's best to leave some more space than you like. Yeah, just to be safe, you know.
Yeah, that's right. If I would have been in Phil's position, I'd probably be a bit more careful. But on the other hand, I think Phil was just racing and he was behind Timmy for a few laps, and he thought, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, it's I think so. It's Verstappen driving.
Yeah. Although then, who is Timmy in this Verstappen scenario?
Any other Formula 1 driver?
Sainz.
Sainz, yes. Or like Bottas or something.
No. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like if Monza turn 1, where Bottas was like all the way squeezed on the outside. Again, it's different.
Yeah.
You know, Verstappen doesn't do dive bombs around the outside and turn in. Verstappen just goes really late on the inside, I think.
Yeah, and then he bumps the wheels. He times that perfectly.
Yeah.
Like he's always
on the wheel.
90% of the he's touching the wheels.
Yeah, that's really some skill.
And he's always the lucky one where the suspension doesn't break.
Yeah,
so
I have a conspiracy where Adrian Newey actually builds the car for lateral impact, and makes sure the car is a bit it can take a hit on the wheels.
Yeah. No, I'll buy that. Yeah. I don't know if it's much a conspiracy. I think he's just, thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Verstappen bloke. Right. Yeah. Let's
exactly.
design the car around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? But then I thought of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't when you think of but it's also kind of different. If you remember Japan into Spoon with Vettel on the inside of Verstappen, if I recall correctly, where Vettel spun by going late, but again that's a different scenario.
Oh, well, it was really similar.
It's quite similar kind of, because it was Verstappen turning in on like being like.
Yeah, although Vettel was
the one dive bombing and not the car on the outside.
Yeah, he was the one coming up, and it was just about getting his front wheels next to, which in ACRL terms would have meant that he head right to the corner, but I don't think he did in Formula 1, so it's really kind of an edge scenario once again.
Exactly, yeah, it's a tough one. Let's make sure I get the correct camera angle once again. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 minutes left until the start. So I'll dive bomb into the JMT headquarters and get some little thoughts. So I'll be right back. Of course, I have to leave you to do this, but I'll be back in a minute. Just shit talk some shit with Jelly.
Oh, hello, Jelly.
I think. Yeah.
Jelly here?
No, I have to go to the JMT server. So I'll leave you for a minute. Really quick. Yeah. I'll just get their thoughts ahead of the race.
Well,
sorry. Maybe you can consolidate Boss a bit, or no, Phil a bit with his disappointment from the crash.
No.
No?
No, we need this Vamos spirit.
Okay.
Consolidation.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, so, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys, okay.
Hey.
So we had a big crash between Simar and Timmy. Who was to blame?
For me, both of them, really.
Yeah, okay, exactly. When you come on the track, you know you have to take 50% of the blame. I agree. Good take. How was your race, Jelly? First race. How did it go?
Are you asking me? Because you sound pretty laggy over here. Pretty shit. I hit like 3 people, probably my fault. Little bumps, and then it was driving pretty much because no one was near my pace.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on, I was behind Adder. Behind Adder, and then I was like, oh, I should overtake him, but I didn't get it done. So people behind me started catching up, and then at some point I just went like not really off, but hit that curb a bit on the outside, and the guy behind me overtook as well.
All right. And Oscar, I saw you made some nice position improvements from starting P11 to P7. So made some nice overtakes, or just benefited of other people's misery?
Nah, I just bottled qualifying.
Oh, okay.
I usually have the pace to be number 1, but just
right. Yeah.
unlucky, I feel.
Of course, except for Tom, you mean, right? Tom is Tom is of course the superior driver in this field, but
No. Tom's probably the best sim racer I've ever seen.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good that
He's
we're all
cleaner
on.
than Super Yam as well. Cleaner than Super Yam. I don't even know if it's.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to hear that we're all on the same page. So, of course, Sam had a bit of an unfortunate race one with 1 minute on the clock until lights out. I want to wish you all good luck and make sure you bring good to the name of JMT.
Yeah, I'll try.
We will try.
Lovely. Thank you for the little time you gave me. And we're back with Boss.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Apparently, there was just enough time to eat a stroopwafel.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yes. Yeah, I heard a bit of the interview.
Okay, good. Okay, so we hear cars revving up. Of course, having a higher fuel load right now.
Oh yeah. Is anyone gonna make a pit stop?
Okay, yeah, I don't know, not sure about temperature. I'll check it when I'll reset the pit for maybe a quick second. Oversteer on pole, all lights on, and all lights are out, and away we go. 28 degrees, so that's quite toasty. Oh, Petro getting a lot of oversteer off the line. Kimo is challenging perhaps speed into turn 1 around the outside.
Sylvain's gonna go on the inside.
Let's see how it happens.
No.
Is it 3 wide? Sylvain being sensible. Kimo making it 2 wide with Pete. A little bit of wheel banging there. We see Oscar going into the gravel. Very respectable racing right there. Maybe Timmy and Visimar could take some notes from this. Now Pete having maybe the preferred line into Villeneuve, but oh, Kimo going very wide, taking a little bit of the wing end plate of Pete. Now having a Supernova 3 wide into the hairpin, with Pete perhaps staying ahead.
I think Tom went off in that chicane there.
Ah, shame to hear his car was still sabotaged by the mechanics.
Yeah, I think he contacted with Oscar Pink. And also Phil Simard then lost a lot of places. Again, he's driving so much on the edge, this Simard.
We see oversteer already with a big gap, 3 seconds clear from...
oh, there we go. Once again,
Kimo.
same thing.
Simard in the grass, in the gravel.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Oscar Pink, who stuck his nose in, and then yeah, that's a race quit from
RQ.
our Canadian. Yeah.
Race quit, right? Not a race quit.
Race quit,
yeah.
both.
As we see Sam currently under pressure from Jonas. Or actually Sam making a move on Jonas perhaps. Ooh, getting very close. No! Samuel Rovida getting tapped. Whether he had a lovely race one, now rejoining not in the best way possible. This is the carnage we hate to see it. Hate to see it. Oh my god, guys. This is a true
Dirk
season ender.
Collected Man with Garbage, who then collected Super Yam, I think.
Okay, let's keep it on hold for a minute because we got a 3 wide in turn 1 with actually Pisani backing out of it. Now, Mario making a little bit of contact with Sam. Sam is a strong man. He keeps ahead, but man, that was. Oh, I hear some more gravel action. Maybe one going wide a little bit out of.
Yeah, I think someone went a little bit wide, but nothing too severe.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A lot of craziness happening early in the race.
3 wide into the hairpin.
As you see Janne making a move on Adder. Adder fighting for it, and Janne making. Oh no! You hate to see it. Janne into the barrier. My God, guys. Last race of the season. Every standard goes out of the window. Oh, Adder, feisty first position. Like, you don't usually see it from Adder, but Adder making it work and turning in like he's Verstappen, doesn't care. And no, it is unfair to say. I think it was just a racing incident, but Janne getting the short end of the stick right there.
Oh, and Pisani crashes out.
Oh. Yeah, Pisani into the wall. course, interesting AC physics that he can carry on.
Maybe he just lost it by himself, although he was in the middle of a really tight pack.
Currently still Van pressuring Rob Lewis, going for the inside into turn 1. Let's see if he has enough momentum to carry him ahead. And it's all about who breaks later and who turns in more aggressively. Rob being sensible here and letting his teammate live. But now Jonas putting Rob under pressure immediately. So yeah, that was a crazy start, man. Everyone in the kitty litter.
Yes. Although Rob Lewis is still really all over the back of VA.
Yeah.
And VA then driving a little bit defensive. Powering out of the corner.
Now Jonas with a solid run out of the hairpin into Piratella. And Rob going for defense early. Squeezing Jonas a little bit. Rob running deep. A little bit of wheels interlocking. Jonas solid effort to keep control over his car, and as you can see on the standings, crazy movements in the field with Jonas, Adder, Jelly, Timmy, and Sam all making up a lot of positions. Oh man, that was some crazy that one. We had big crashes all around. I think between Oscar Pink and Simar, if I'm not mistaken, in Acqua Minerale, we had turn 1 accidents between Tom and I think also Oscar Pink. Yeah, we had a crazy shit show in Ravazza at the end.
Some Canadians.
Yeah, actually before those guys.
Yeah.
Actually before those guys was Samuel Rovida got tapped by by someone, I don't remember who, but he got turned around, really unfortunate, because I think he was actually leaving the space but got tapped on his rear wheel and turned around. Yeah, he had a really an amazing start to his race with little practice, putting in a good qualifying. Yeah, and a good race 1, but very unfortunate race 2, of course. And then the region was a bit potato. Stopping it unfortunately on the racing line. Yeah, he locked it up on the curbs, as he said in the chat, so yeah, it can happen, of course.
Dirk then on Rasmus.
Oh, Dirk with a nice move, showing his karting skills there. Nice job by Dirk. Of course, now in pursuit of Super Jam, let's see if he can show who is the superior Canadian teammate.
And Timmy ASD with Jelly fucking Waters. And I really wonder if this is gonna end up V2 or it's gonna end up Jesus. But I hope for one of them.
And if you wonder why it suddenly looks so much like summer on the broadcasts, because the night team on my PC kicked in at 9 PM. So I'm saving y'all's eyes. Thank me later.
Yeah, we will. When we're asleep tonight.
Yeah.
I think back to you. And
lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I've settled down after all this.
It's settled down a lot, indeed. We got petrol at the moment.
These personal battles.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. We got petrol still on the ass of Kimo. Kimo after petrol had a lot of wheel spin at the start. Kimo, I think that was a really racing masterclass today. He went around the outside on turn 1 of petrol, keeping it clean. A little bit of wheel touching, of course, but yeah, he showed you can make it work in these cars, which is amazing, in my opinion. As it's so easy to interlock the wheels.
And we have a Timmy and who's that? He collided with someone.
Oh, Timmy. Falling back down the order. He was chasing Jelly, right? On his own.
He was, but I think there was someone else.
Lose it or something?
Yeah, maybe he just lost it by
or someone ahead of Jelly lost it, and then he
Rasmus goes off then in the hairpin.
Aye. Oh, with Oscar
Pink.
Still with a relic cross right there.
Oscar Pink is having a bad race.
We got Adam Vaughn, trying to move up the order, now working on Mario. So yeah, because you weren't here, Adam Vaughn, I think he's new to the league, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, what I got from the chat. Yeah, he was in the Discord chat, and then suddenly he was there in pre-quali, and people were impressed and all that. So
exactly, he was doing really good. He qualified, I think, 3rd on the grid.
Yeah.
But he had
Right.
some maybe technical issues that didn't allow him to grid. I'm not sure. So he kind of missed out on race 1. But yeah, it was really unfortunate. But now he's already in up 9 positions on this race too, and
Nice.
working on Mario. So let's keep on board with him for a minute to see if he can make something work. Yes, it's nice to showcase him. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
well,
made
right in the slipstream with Mario Hauer.
Moving to
make
the
a move?
inside, side by side. Mario.
Too wide. Too wide. They can do it.
Too
They
wide.
can
Too wide.
certainly do it.
They can do it. Racing masterclass. They can do it.
Phil, Timmy, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. And I'm now having the preferred line into Villeneuve and making it work. These guys, they race very respectfully.
Oh, and Phil, sorry, Petrol and Kimo Leppanen, they were really close.
Oh.
And now Kimo is running wide. So onto Aqua Minerale. Maybe Petrol can make a move into the chicane if he can get close enough.
So now it's all up to Kimo to not crack under this pressure, as it's quite hard to overtake on Imola, except for turn 1,
Yeah.
which is a decent overtaking opportunity. Petrol taking a more direct approach to the first apex of that Variante Alta chicane.
Which clever thing to do, really.
Yeah, it
'cause,
shows your car in the mirror. You can scare the car ahead as well. Petrol really revving that engine on the downshift. He's not doing the engine treatment that your service guy recommends you.
Yeah. Well, last race, you know.
Last race doesn't matter. Of course, yeah.
He's not really trying to keep into the slipstream, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
Not a little bit.
Of course, yeah. When you damage your engine like that, you're not gonna run closer on the main straight.
I don't think you lose any power, do you?
No, I was just kidding. I don't think he. I
It's
think.
just,
I think
it's
he's
either
not.
gone or you have all the power, right?
Yeah, I think you can. If you get damage, yeah, you lose power a bit. I think we're not
Oh.
100% on that. But yeah, I think you can over-rev these quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, there's a limit.
There is. Yeah, exactly. Oversteer already 11 seconds up the road from Kimo. So Oversteer
Nice.
qualified 6/10 ahead of P2, who
Wow.
was Jan Lanen. Jan Lanen stuck it on P2. With Kimo actually qualifying P5, so Kimo currently converting on the P5 qualifying quite nicely with P3 on the first
Yeah, nice.
race and P2 now. But yeah, Oversteer showing the dominance is not just in the qualifying session but also in the race. Interesting.
Oh.
Petrol not getting the exit he wanted out of that chicane.
Yeah. And he's driving pretty much the same lap times as Leppanen, so yeah, I think he's slightly faster, but not fast enough to pass.
I think we have to wait until tire wear settles in, which might be quite spectacular with these high temperatures.
I see both drivers making mistakes here and there, though, so there's definitely a way to you know, go faster for either of them, but yeah. And the fastest lap, of course, from Oversteer. A lot faster than the guys behind him. That's 1.5 seconds on the guys behind him.
So we got some trains going on right now, but no real side-by-side action. Well, we got Petrol still close to Kimo, but yeah, he's been having trouble making getting enough overlap to make it Kimo really troublesome. Currently Adam being 3 seconds behind from Sam. Sam with an insane recovery so far. He had a troublesome race 1, but up 13 positions at the moment, so made use of all the carnage that was unfolding on track. So it will be interesting to see if Adam actually has any pace advantage over Sam and can come close to a position that was like his qualifying performance. As we have Jelly Waters up in P8 again. So again chasing down Adder like the previous race, which didn't go very well for him. So let's see if he can do better this time. I'm really curious how I guess no one really cares, but really curious how the spreadsheet results will be for these for this race, as the cuts on this track are crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. They're everywhere.
Ah.
Out of the like, I don't think the turn 1, 2, 3 is like a lot of cuts potential. After that, it's crazy. Like if you go on board with Jelly Waters, yeah, like coming up here, if you go too much to the inside, you get a cut. If you like here, too much inside cut. Here, too much inside cut.
Cut here and
On the
there.
outside here, cut. Yeah, that's a cut where you just went. Yeah, that's a cut.
Oh.
If you go up on power early here and just about
Oh, yeah, if you go on power early.
yeah, on the outside you get a
Definitely.
cut, which I've done a little bit when I was practicing. Let's take over with Adam Vaughan. If you go here on the outside, which is really easy to do, you get a cut.
Oh yeah. But it costs you time when you do that actually.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Here on the outside, that's a cut where the guy is going right now. In front of him, Sam, he got a cut. The chicanes is really easy to get a cut.
You get a cut. You get a cut.
Exactly, cut for Bieber, right here. So here cut, and that's a cut, and then on the out exit you also get a cut. And then, well, actually, so Adam.
Jelly is not going well.
We got Chemo actually got overtaken by Pete, and but with
side by side
with Adam. Yeah, that's also a cut, and that's also a cut right there. So that's a lot of cuts. So now back to the side-by-side action. We got going. Chemo on the outside. Let's see if Chemo pulls a Simar. Chemo turning in later. Team. Oh yeah. I think that was. I know. Wait. I'm not gonna comment on it because I know from the.
Stuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rob backing out on the move on Sylvain. He had to run, but decided not to go for anything. That's heartbreak for Chemo. Yeah, you know it's really hard to make a comment from the TV cam perspective. But from the TV cam perspective, it looked like Chemo was quite respectful, turned in not early and left the space. Maybe Petrol jumped a bit on the curb and got into the rear of Chemo, but it's hard to see and the wheels interlocked it. It's hard to make a take a conclusion.
You're walking awfully much on your toes, I must say.
Yeah, it's I've learned from Tom. He said, "Oh, I turned in," but in the end it was like the inside car running way deep.
Right.
So.
Yeah, fair point. But that suddenly opened up a few fights. We have Petro and Dirk now side by side into whatever this corner is. Let's say Parabolica.
Yeah, and it was also a cut for Petro, of course, right there.
Yeah. Oh well. Of course you.
Oh, another cut for Petro. Oh. That's already 2 seconds on your ass.
That's what I learned in one of the GT3 championships. You have to use them in a tactical way, those cuts. So when you're close... oh, there you go.
Yeah, I hate to see it, man.
When you're close to someone and you want to overtake cuts, and then... sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we see Rob. Rob and Jonas showing how it's done on turn 1. Well.
Oh, he's gonna put his wheels next to him. Yeah.
Rob backed out on his teammate there. Jonas, leaving a lot of space, but.
Oh, but this is good.
Guy's getting very loose. This is good. Whoa.
Wow.
What the hell? Like what the hell? You hate to see it, man. What the fuck was that?
That was a bit. It could have been slight lag. It seems like it was quicker. Jonas then, but.
Yeah, it was. I was on a TV cam perspective. It was really bad.
Yeah, so Rob basically just drove in the side or in the back because Jonas didn't have much speed, but then I don't know. The difference in speed was too big.
I gotta agree with the emoji that that Rens just put in the chat. It really captures my expression perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a poorly calculated switchback. It's tough to do sometimes on a single screen in my opinion, as you don't really... Jonas getting an unfortunate spin. Of course, once you spin, your tires heat up, and then inside the course it's really tough to keep going after that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really tough. But yeah, on the single screen it's sometimes hard to judge whether you can go for the switchback still or not, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like really a lot of feeling about it. You have to.
So coming back to the cut, by the way.
Yeah.
I got myself the file.
Oh.
And there's a total of 20 cuts on this. I don't know if it even has 20 corners. But there's 20 cuts.
How many free cuts do you have?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, doesn't it say?
It doesn't say in the file.
Hmm.
But maybe I can look up the results. Let's do that.
You know, I want to give a little shout out to my boy Samuel Jordan. Up 16 positions. That's how you do it.
60? What?
16.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Nice.
And we got Adam Vaughn. Up 13 positions. Also solid effort by Adam. Yeah. Man, this race was really this, like, we've been advertising it as a shitcast, but the racing has been quite okay. And we've been kind of professional, like semi at least. This race was really brought out the worst, man. Holy shit. Yeah, it has been quite intense. Yeah, that's true, Matteo. So Matteo, just some fan input. The outside exit of Aqua Minerale, you can get away with a little bit of a cut. I've noticed the same actually. You can abuse it a little bit and get four wheels out of the track like the true felon you are, to squeeze out that last 200ths of a lap time.
We have a fight between Adder and Janne Laanen.
Janne going around the outside of Adder, having a little bit of a nose ahead, and Adder backing out of it, and it's Janne's position. So when one coupe drops, it's the other coupe that has to make up for it. So let's give a little bit of an onboard experience with oversteers. He's showing his supreme performance today, braking very late into Aqua Minerale, but getting this car stopped quite nicely, later than we've seen any
Wheeled
other
perfectly
car.
on the white line, love it.
Exactly, yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah,
yeah, showing solid lap times, mid to high 35s, lap after lap. Yeah, getting 20-second lead over Sylvain Villiers.
yeah, and there's still quite a bit to go.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see if how he manages his tires compared to Sylvain. I remember from Okayama we saw Sylvain lighting him up like they were cigarettes. Oh, is he obviously going for pit road? That's coincidence. That's a coincidence. So maybe that was why we saw Oversteer putting up such a big gap. Maybe a little bit lighter on fuel. And
yeah, so I wonder how much time it takes here, because
I think he will be pretty close to still in the lead. He won't drop back very far, I don't think.
He will lose a bit.
He will drop out of the lead, but I think he will.
Third, fourth, maybe something like that.
Yeah, that's what I suspect. Let's go. Oh, he's just skirting out of pit road. This is a nice camera angle. Thank you, Kunos. Ooh, fifth. Yeah, that's Adder. And there's our boy Samuel Jordan.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can challenge Oversteer. I'm sure tire blankets are enabled, otherwise it would have gotten interesting.
So 6th place, wow.
Yeah, he's got some places to make up, but with the high temperature and the long race, yeah, I think he should be okay. Of course, it's a risk because, yeah, you still have to make some clean overtakes.
Seconds.
No,
Sorry.
Sam bottling it. Ay. Sam went wide out of.
Yeah.
And that's yeah. That's unfortunate. He went wide out of Villeneuve and put the power down. Still, he kept his foot in it. We saw a little bit of a clip, maybe if you're acquainted with iRacing, we saw, or iCrashing or iRaging. There was the Pro League started up for Porsche Cup. We saw like major contender going wide in a similar way, different track, but also kept his foot in it, went into the barrier head first. Rejoined in the most fabulous way possible, of course, with no regard for any other competitors.
Yeah.
As you do. It's a capitalist service after all, you only go for yourself. Merca rejoins, fuck yeah. If you go for a safe rejoin, it's communist propaganda. Drive through it, brother. Lifting for yellows is like giving money to the homeless. There's someone stranded on track.
Switch to oversteer.
Oh, okay.
Keep your story going and switch to oversteer.
Alright. Yeah, this was basically my story. Oh, nice
Oh,
move
that's
from
so
Adder.
class.
Adder playing along with him.
Yeah. So, coming out of the box, I think Oversteer was around 8
Oh,
seconds behind.
Petrol trying to work on Jan Lanen. Jan Lanen having the inside preferred line and Oversteer, but Petrol getting in ahead of Jan Lanen a little bit. Though Jan Lanen being Finnish, of course, always keeping his cool. Petrol, I think, getting a little bit of gut out of the hairpin, running a little bit wide. Of course, that's again a nice spreadsheet result from him there, showing his car in the mirror a little bit, but keep staying tucked in. And Oversteer closing up quickly to the cars ahead. Oh, I heard a little bit of a gravel sound, I think.
Petrol going wide.
Petrol
Gonna be on the
going
pressure.
wide.
Oversteer to the chicane.
Let's see if he can pull a Danny Rick on this fresh rubber, sponsored by Hankook Tires. Now he goes on the accelerator, burning all that Sunoco fuel that his pit crew just gave him.
On the gas.
On the gas. He's wide open. He is right up his gearbox.
Oh!
Oh,
So,
Pete's being
Petrol
very loose.
just a moment ago was that nah, mate. But now he's under pressure again.
Oversteer also very loose.
He's making the line short as he can. Petrol.
Yeah. Petrol putting his Tommy Hilfiger sneakers all the way through his accelerator pedal at the moment, pressing it with both feet, getting the maximum out of it little engine. But Oversteer making it work. Oversteer currently about 10 seconds behind the leader, so yeah, and about a little bit over 5 laps to go. He has to make up around 2 seconds a lap, which is decent considering he still has to have passed a couple people. So it's still it's not a one race for him, I'd say.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Let's compare a little bit the pace of Sylvain. Sylvain putting in 37th at the minute. Same with Rob Lewis. Jan Lanen having a bit of an unfortunate lap last time around, but probably losing just a bit of time due to battling. I hear some gravel sound, but maybe that's just a bug. Or it's all the way from turn 1. Ah, that would be weird.
No, I don't see anyone.
Yeah.
It's just a game.
Yeah. Oversteer already closing up onto Jan Lanen. Let's see if Oversteer already goes in for a move into Rivazza. Maybe he should be able to with this fresh rubber he has. A little bit too far back.
Well,
Still having a look and showing his car in the mirror in the end. Yeah, it helped. Oh,
it did help.
It helps, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, man. This is such a shame. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Oh man, this last race, it's a real shit show. I gotta say, as Samuel Rivera just said in the chat, that's the Brazilian driver effect. You see like some Brazilian in your mirror, showing his nose, mate. Your whole life flashes in front of you in the space of one corner, and before you know it, you've blacked out and put your car in the wall. Some flashbacks. See, Supriya, I'm trying to work on Mario. Supriya maybe should have a little bit of pace advantage based on his qualifying. But yeah, it can be tough to follow close in these cars, so it will be interesting to see if he can make anything work on them. And I'm currently converting on on that PQ and actual qualifying pace he is shown. Now in a solid 7th position, slowly gaining maybe on Jan Lanen, and Jan Lanen of course had an unfortunate spin, perhaps damaging his car a little bit in the process, which could play into the hands of Adam in closing up further to him. Oh, Jan going deep, collecting another cut, so that's another second of a spreadsheet result. Now Adam, let's see if he elects to go for inside. At least he shows his car in the mirror a little bit, but respectfully stays behind as he was too far behind to make a move. But yeah, he really wisely maximizes his exit out of Variante Alta there. Now having a solid run. Ooh, a little bit of
rubber banding going on.
Yeah, a little rubber banding there. But now too wide into Rivazza. Jan should have the preferred line. But Adam being quite far ahead, maybe he can stick it around the outside.
Yeah, good
ooh, this is nice racing.
Yeah.
Nice racing. Also nice to see this in the midst of all the carnage we've seen today, with Adam showing he is here to stay in ACRL with nice clean racing. Round the outside on double left-hander, that's something you don't see every day in my opinion.
Well, you said stay ACRL and clean racing.
Yeah, no, I've had some beers
What is
while
this?
you were away because I had to pass the time.
Ah,
so
okay.
yeah, sorry,
makes
that's
sense
a bit of the alcohol speaking there.
And it's very hard now to come back for Jan Laan, and I've noticed this in one of the races. I don't quite remember which race it was, but where the guy in front was rubber banding, and then it was just really hard to judge how close I could get. So it makes it a bit more difficult.
Do you mean Lukasek?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
China or
China,
something,
the
yeah.
WC. Yeah.
Yeah. We have some fan input from Pisani saying rubber banding is the fucking worst. Yeah. Oh, oversteer on the Vamos. That's yeah, good call. I think he overtook Petro, or that's already a while ago. Oh, Petro all getting very loose on the AstroTurf. Now oversteer looking into the inside, perhaps of Rob Lewis into Rivazza.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Braking very late. Danny
Definitely.
Rick move, running it deep. Ooh, taking a cut. Yeah, that's
Very
a cut.
deep.
That's some spreadsheet result right there.
But he uses it tactically. Once
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Look how far he gets to the road.
tactical
already.
Vamos. Yeah, the
Yeah.
drive out of the final corner is really big. Jatna staking in the slipstream of Adam, so not a lot of pace difference there, perhaps.
So we have about 4 more laps, I think.
Yeah, seems
Looking
about
at the
right.
time, maybe-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After some beers, my math is not the best. So.
Okay. Your math is a mess.
Yeah.
But so 4 more laps, so that's over a second lap to make up for oversteer. So he can make it.
Yeah, you should at least get to the back of Sylvain. It's interesting to see if the advantage of the tires fades away. So I saw like I saw there wasn't really a plateau where the tires like kind of stop dropping off and just you're driving on the rim. Basically, they go to shit indefinitely. So
Yeah, I think so.
so. Yeah,
So his advantage should stay the same.
yeah, I think his advantage should stay the same actually. Indeed, it's interesting.
He's pushing hard though.
Mario working on Rob. Rob dropped in that order. Something happened to Rob. Rob was previously P4, I think.
Yeah.
Now Mario trying
he
to
was
go around
just
the
passed by,
outside of.
oversteer.
Oh, nice battling.
Oh,
Ay, ay, ay.
the touch.
Touching, no touching, only looking.
No touchy. Oh, the Canadian Super Yam.
Super Yam. Super Yam with his 4x4 right there. Going well in his Subaru.
And Rob Lewis barely managing to get out of the
Yeah,
gravel. but
that
I
was again a
think he
really tough one to call from the commentary position in real time.
will.
I will say,
Yeah.
Mario was respectful on entry, turning in not too early, leaving the space. On the exit, it's hard to say. It was too close to call. But at least on the entry, it was fair racing in my opinion. On the entry of corner entry and mid corner, maybe just a little bit of understeer for Rob getting into Mario, but yeah, tough to call.
So oversteer made up 2 seconds on the previous lap, and he's now 2 seconds behind Sylvain Vier. So within a lap, he should be right on his gearbox.
All right.
Yeah, I think there's a fair chance that he'll be able to pass him. But let's see. He still has to do it.
Amazing by Sylvain to think that he was so far for a lot of the races in this season in Split 2,
Yeah.
but a lot also in of course in the front pack of Split 2. But he now leading the race of
Yeah,
Split
and
1.
here he's getting a fan boost as well. So,
He's getting a fan boost. Maybe
how do
some
we do that?
maybe some dropped cylinders for oversteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's oversteer's race to lose. It's all up to him to convert this in a clean way. It will be interesting to see if he manages. So yeah, probably a risky move around the outside of turn 1 is not worth it, as he should have enough time to pick a good spot or try to go for the inside at least at some place.
Kimmo Lepponen is he rejoined the race a few laps down, and he's still trying his best. I think just to score some points, though he will finish a few laps behind. So it must be for the championship.
Oh, Sylvain getting very loose. Oversteer backing up wisely. I have to say
already side by side, and there we go.
That's good self-preservation skills by Oversteer. He really showed good awareness there. Sylvain got very loose. It was yeah, 50-50 whether Sylvain would save it, in my opinion. Sylvain did a good job to save it, but it slowed him up a lot. And Oversteer did well. We recognized the situation, knew he had to back up to safely try to get past, and yeah, he exactly did that. And yeah, now he converted that into yeah, first place. Good job by Oversteer.
Yeah, also from VA not to do anything weird to keep his first place.
Yeah, very
He probably
respectful.
knew that Oversteer was coming with a massive speeding difference.
Jelly going for the dive. Ooh, no.
Well, just having a look.
Just having a good old Jelly look. Oh, I hear some spinning. I hear a spin.
Yeah.
In the.
Oh,
I see someone's. Yeah, I think there was a spin in the hairpin, or something, or Rob. Ah, it was Rob, I think. Drop down the order a little bit more. Oh, Jelly!
Again, yeah.
Jelly getting a little bit of a, yeah, the worst of it. We see some.
I noticed that on these tires. That I don't know what sort of value it is, but there was some modded car some time ago that had similar different tires from the standard Kuna tires.
Oh.
And that sort of gave it this sort of more.
Oh, Oversteer bubbled it!
Uh-oh.
I just switched to him. He binned it.
Hard.
He binned it big time. Let's see if he doesn't get stuck.
So petrol coming up almost, yeah.
Fucking hell! I just got through that. I just randomly I thought like, okay, let's give him a bit of airtime for his final lap. Man, he got wide out of like, you know, turn 1, turn 2. If you take it wrong, you get on the outside curb, if you know what I mean, like the exit curb. Yeah, he got on that and he got loose and he binned it.
Oh, so he didn't even lift off probably.
Yeah, I think he binned it. Yeah, he should have. I think it was a bit of greed maybe, or like it so fast. So we have Sylvain VA.
Wow.
P1, 8 seconds out ahead of Petrol, keeping his head cool. Damn. This is nice. Oh, this is a big twist, going from split 2 to split 1 winner, race 1. That shows everything is possible. All thanks to.
I've had it happen once on a race in LFS actually, where I was in a similar position to Oversteer, like being faster than most people, and then I was just going for fastest laps, and then at some point went too far. And I ended up second or something, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's what he did.
All right, Sylvain VA coming across the line. I'm really happy to see this result. This is like something you don't see every day. Sylvain, showing his happiness by going for the wall.
Yeah, he won quite a few races in Split 2, and now he's won this one in Split 1. Really well done.
Petrol P2. So that's Supernova 1-2. Oversteer in P3. Adder across the line in P4. We get Adam Vaughan over the line P5.
Oh, Jan Laan and Adam Vaughan?
No,
they already passed.
Yeah, two tenths difference on the line. So we got Adam Vaughan with 16 position gain, getting in P5. Nice job by him.
Well done,
Jan Laan, Super Yam finishing his season strong with a P7 finish. Mario Hauer, I think with his, I'm not gonna say best ever finish, but one of his best ever finishes for ACRL Split 1.
Yeah.
8 Pele's, showing strong results for race 2 with 10 positions gained total. Dirk getting in P9, Oscar running out the top 10. Rob Lewis with some mishaps in this race, coming down in P11. Jelly Waters actually finishing a race, P12. Timmy with not being able to recover from that race 1 incident, coming down in P13. Rasmus now coming up to the finish line and finishing his season in P14. And we got Jonas who got caught up in something in this race and in the end finishes P15. So yeah, this was a massive attrition rate in this race. I don't think I've seen this big of an attrition rate in ACRL a lot before. I think like 8 DNFs or like 6 something or
like
something.
That.
Yeah.
Well, at least 6. I think more.
Yeah, it's big.
Doesn't show.
Yeah, big DNFs. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 DNFs. Oh fucking hell! Well, okay, if we had real damage, it would have been even more. But yeah. Shout out to Rasmus for first Split 1 appearance.
Oh, nice.
As Pisani said. So yeah. Okay. Well, huh. Congrats to Sylvain VA. He showed pace in pre-qualifying. I tried pre-qualifying earlier this week. And just with my own setup, I just slapped something on. I thought like, okay, let's do this. I had some beer before I went on, so
Well,
that didn't help. That didn't help at all. And also, I was trying the Audi earlier in the week, and for the Audi, I have a special control setup because I'm a tryhard, where I slow the speed, the steering skill, because it's so tight, the steering skill, that I'm better off if it's like 80%.
Okay.
Because otherwise I just turn the wheel too much and ruin my slip angles or something, whatever. But yeah, then I tried the Formula 3 and apparently somehow it was still on. So I wasn't making any apex. I was like, what's this boat? What's happening? I thought, is it the bear? What the hell is going on? And but yeah, then I discovered that one a couple days later and improved. But yeah, I was trying to chase that lap time from Sylvain, but I wasn't able to. So I was like, whoa, damn. And now he converted it to a win. So congrats to Sylvain. Yeah, nice job by him. That's not something you see every day in ACRL. Usually it's a couple similar guys winning.
And I think he's up for interview.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, let's go to an interview.
Let's see if we can make him join the voice chat. Oh wow, those graphics, awesome.
Yeah, you see my overlay? It's lovely, right?
Oh, Formula 3's best friend. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, V8 supercar with 12 car attendance. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Formula 3, solid 40 people checked in. Then you know what's the real deal.
I've got it. I found a way to do it in Discord. So Sylvain VA is here.
Hello guys.
Hey Sylvain,
Hello.
Congrats man, amazing drive.
Thanks man.
Oh, well done.
What was going through your head when you saw oversteer going off?
I just couldn't believe it. I mean, the whole race was just a roller coaster, and at the start I had some pretty close to my teammate Rob, and then I slowly catched up Pete and Lepanen, I think it was, who were fighting, and then both just came out just in front of me, could barely avoid them. And then I was like, oh, okay, awesome, P2. But I just didn't even check my delta to oversteer because he was so much in front. So I just drive, try to do consistent laps. And suddenly I said, oh, I'm just going to check how far ahead he is. And I saw that he was in the pit. And I just, what?
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting that at all. So I was like, okay, let's change everything. So maybe I can do it. And I drove as good as I can. But then I saw him catch me so fast. Like he was almost 2 seconds per lap faster than me. So I know that I had no chance to stay in front. I was doing the math of number of laps remaining. But
did you feel the hot tires with the high temperature? Was it tricky?
No, my tires were still quite good at the end. I mean, in the whole season, it was probably the easiest one.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, nice.
I was like still between 92 and 93% at the end of the race. So
okay.
Usually I'm around 90, 91.
No, that's quite a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, no, we saw you almost or like had a big wiggle when oversteer actually overtook you.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, when we were just,
yeah.
Yeah, I had a bit of an error in the first chicane, and I barely catch the car, and then I was like, okay, I lost P1, no problem, but I just need to finish the race P2. But yeah. I just couldn't believe it when I saw him just go out in the very last lap. That was crazy.
Good job on saving that one. That was exactly kind of the thing that happened to oversteer, but he kept his foot in it seemed, and actually went off.
Yeah.
So.
He does oversteer.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So, congrats, man. It was a good job by you.
Thanks.
Yeah. very nice.
Can't wait to watch the broadcast tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Hope to see
but
you.
it's not your first win though. You've won a couple of races in Split 2, I believe, quite a few.
Yeah, in Split 2 I won 4 races this season.
Mm. Nice.
And, in my old time at ACRL, that's my second Split 1 victory. The first one was in the Audi TT Cup last summer, I think. Or last year.
A year ago. What track did you win? Do you remember?
It was at Paul Ricard.
So you like okay. That's really nice to hear. Hope you can convert this pace you showed this weekend to the next season again, which I think will be
I hope so.
GT3.
That was my first season with an open wheel car.
Wow.
I've only driven GT so far, so it took me a few races to get the feeling, and especially on corner entry. You can entry on the corners so fast with this car to GT cars, so.
Yeah, it will take some getting used to again. I suspect. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
Thanks to you. Thanks for all the broadcasts this season. It's really cool. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for the compliment. Yeah. Yeah.
And see you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for taking the time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, I have a little clip supplied by an anonymous JMT source. I'll have to review it first before I make it public. But yeah, I think okay, I'll have to look. Okay, this is juicy. This is a JMT 2-for-1. Oh no, this makes the carnage complete. I'll have to think of a storyline around this, but yeah, you'll see. This is quite intense. Whew. So we see we're on board with the best driver in the world, Tom.
Tom.
And I think his car got sabotaged there by his mechanics. You can see it pulling to the left.
Yeah, definitely.
That's man. You
didn't work in the first few minutes. Did you see that?
Can't believe that his mechanics would sabotage his car like that.
Yeah.
Man, I hope he gets some new on a new team for the next season. Because yeah, with the sabotage, man, you can't do anything. Your car just janks to the left as soon as he hits the brake. No chance. And of course, takes fortunately out Jelly Waters and Oscar Pink. So that's JMT double right there.
Where the hell does this meme come from?
Yeah, no, we were quite I will take the blame. I was quite negative of Tom in the previous broadcast of Okayama.
Oh yeah.
So this was this is a positive Tom environment. Only wholesome comments are made when it comes to Tom.
It was a great move. He saw an opportunity, he saw a gap, and it was a great move. It's just a shame that his car didn't really,
Yeah, it got sabotaged.
With him.
If you didn't see the PQ results I posted yet, you can see them. But maybe you missed them because I was a bit late. So yeah, we saw that Tom was fastest in pre-qualifying, and definitely not Tom was on P7. So yeah, but unfortunately then his mechanics sabotaged the car for the race. Yeah, you can't do much about that.
What the fuck? Is that Phil?
Huh? No, it's Tom, man. It's Tom on P1.
Yeah.
It's totally not Simar. It's Tom on P1. And Oversteer who got wrecked by Tom in pre-qualifying. Yeah, and then definitely not Tom on P7. So yeah.
Oh, good going.
Yeah. I think championship wise, Oversteer won it probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with Tom falling out down the order, and Timmy falling out of order. Petrol having I think solid finishes, but Oversteer grabbing the win. So congrats to Oversteer with his championship.
You didn't keep up. You didn't write down how many laps for total each one everyone did for pre-quali.
Ah, right. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's true. I did something for the
Would've been a
previous
nice
round,
championship.
but I don't have it.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
it right now. I think Tom did over 1,000 before Okoyama was complete. Oversteer did but Oversteer was cute because Oversteer did offline practice for Silverstone.
Yeah. Okay.
So it wasn't really a representative figure. But yeah. Shows you need to put a lot of effort to be in front.
Yeah, and then some.
Yeah. But yeah, we see Simar dropping, finishing in P28 of this championship, I think, or like around there. So, something to work on. Yeah, is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, but we need to do something because it's the last race of the season, and we still have 13 people watching. Hello, 13 people.
Oh, pressure.
Yeah. Shit.
Shit. Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
We're empty. We're gone.
We're really empty.
No.
I do want to round it up within 10 minutes because IndyCar is starting.
Okay. All right. Well,
But
thanks everyone.
That's 10 minutes. So I have 10 minutes, but 1 minute gap needed to get some beer.
Yeah.
There was a guide submitted by an anonymous user called Jelly Waters. It was a guide. Yeah, a guide.
Mhm.
This was submitted with the annotation: a guide for Philippe Simard on how to overtake in turn 1.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah, so here Jelly Waters on Timmy ASD. Jelly Waters around the outside. On Timmy ASD, eh? On Timmy ASD.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Who's that?
shows driver quality difference between a real Verstappen and a fake Verstappen.
Yeah.
Only people with real Dutch genes can do this shit around the outside into turn 1. Let's see if there's any other things to cover. We missed the Canadian turn 1 accident on stream. You covered it a little bit, but I was focused on Samuel Revida's mishap. Let's let's check it out, just to cover it and get it over with, as we missed it a little bit. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Big wreck. Dirk, I don't want to say karma, but you just spelled my name with a Z, so I'm gonna say karma. It's, for the record, it's Fritz with S. Fritz. S. Yeah. So if you want to get good karma for future races, make sure to spell my name with an S. No, just kidding, of course. Yeah, unfortunate.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Or is he?
Again, we see a Canadian trying to go for a wheel bang, but proving not to be of Verstappen level genes. Yeah, wheel bang, double wheel bang. And Super Young getting the worst of it.
Well, then I'll just take this opportunity, Fritz, to thank you. For the broadcast. It was nice that I could join. And
yeah, it was really nice.
Good quality.
It was really nice that you joined me, because I broadcasted one race alone. Man, it was quite boring.
Was that the first race?
Yeah, this race 1. I think I kept it. I hope I kept it entertaining, but I was really happy when you sent me a message like, "Hey, I'm here." Like, oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Less alone time, which is
yeah, I liked it.
Nice.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Nice. No preparation. Love it.
Oh, the quality went downhill on the ACRL server. I hear you again. It's like one. Yeah, I'm getting. Oh, it's back. Okay. Yeah, great. Thank you, Discord.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's nice to just show up, no preparation, and then talk shit. So
great. Yeah, of course I've put in a lot of preparation.
You
from the for the award show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I want to thank you for being my co-host and for supplying us with the lovely ACRL theme, which I will now play as an outro before we disappear into the nether and maybe come back at some point in the future, but that's to be that's to be seen.
We reincarnate as aliens.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright, thank you for listening and thank you for watching, and enjoy the ACRL theme for one last time.
Okay, doei.